The lightning-fast superhero, The Flash, is about to hit the big screens, and Warner Brothers has given the green light to showcase the movie at CinemaCon. And get this, it will be shown worldwide. Despite the controversies surrounding its lead actor, the Flash movie is shaping up to be one epic adventure. It brings back the iconic Michael Keaton as the Dark Knight and features Ben Affleck as the DCEU version of the Caped Crusader. But that's not all. This film is set to be a game changer for the DC universe as we know it. Prepare yourself for alternate timeline chaos, resurrected villains, and not one, but two Batmen. That's right folks, the trailer gives us a tantalising glimpse into all the alternate timeline shenanigans Barry is up to. We even get to see Zod back from the dead and causing trouble. But don't be fooled folks, this isn't the finished product yet.
Don't be a fool.
The creators still have the power to tweak scenes that need a boost before the grand release in June to ensure that every moment is thrilling and exciting. So get ready to speed into the ultimate adventure with The Flash. The movie opens with a thrilling scene of The Flash and Batman fighting some bank robbers. But when the robbers recklessly blow up a hospital, the speedy Flash comes to the rescue, saving doctors and patients alike, while Batman captures the criminals. As the plot thickens in The Flash, we learn that Barry Allen gained his incredible powers after being struck by lightning during his investigation into his mother's untimely death in 2013. We also discover that Barry was present during the Battle of Metropolis, where he bravely evacuated civilians. But it's not all smooth for the young hero as he struggled to secure the release of his father Henry Allen from prison, despite his best efforts. Bruce Wayne, played by the ever-so-suave Ben Affleck, picks up Barry from the courthouse. They delve into the dangerous idea of Barry trying to save his mother.
Beautiful boy, yes.
But Bruce warns him of the potential consequences, but with the spirit of a true hero,
You have no idea what the consequences can be. Bruce, I could fix things. You could also destroy.
Barry races back in time to 2001, determined to change the course of history. Despite Bruce's warning, Barry steals a can of tomato soup from the grocery store. Barry's mother is forced to leave the house just before the tragic moment of her murder, sparing her life. But when Barry tries to race back to the present day, he is ambushed by the sinister Dark Flash. Thrown into a vortex of time and space, the young hero is transported to 2013, where he comes face to face with his beloved mother, alive and well. Barry encounters his younger self in a breathtaking turn of events, adding a mind-bending twist to the incredible journey through time. Present-day Barry realizes that he might not gain his powers due to the new timeline where his mother is alive. But not one to give up, Barry ensures he gets his powers, but in a shocking twist of fate, Harry is struck by lightning, causing him to lose his powers. General Zod arrives on Earth, and chaos ensues. Unfortunately, Superman is nowhere to be found. In a desperate move, the two Barrys decide to seek help from none other than Batman himself. When they arrive at Wayne Manor in Gotham City, they are greeted by an aging and retired Michael Keaton. Barry realizes that he had accidentally tangled different timelines together when he changed the past. With the fabric of time and space unraveling before his eyes, Barry knows that he must take action and fix the timeline before it's too late. Batman refuses to help. The Flash movie is taking some major inspiration from the Flashpoint Paradox movie, but with a fresh and exciting twist. While staying true to the original storyline, the movie changes things and puts its spin on things. While some fans may be hoping for a shot-for-shot remake of the Flashpoint Paradox, the Flash movie is blazing a new trail by introducing unexpected plot twists and turns. With his skills and knowledge, Batman helps them track down Kal-El, also known as Superman, at a military race in Serbia. But things don't go along with the plan when they discover that the man they've been searching for is Kal-El's cousin, Kara Kor-El, also known as Supergirl, played by the incredible Sasha Kai. Supergirl has been held captive her entire life, but when she finally sees the light of day, her powers are activated and she escapes from her captors. But she's not alone for long. Our heroes find her and bring her back to Wayne Manor for safety. And as if things weren't already complicated enough, Barry from the past can't help but develop a crush on his powerful and intriguing new arrival. In a daring attempt to restore Barry's powers, Batman electrocutes him in a scene that echoes the iconic moment from the Flashpoint paradox. However, their efforts fail. It's up to Kara to take matters into her own hands. She flies Barry into the heart of a raging storm, where he's struck by lightning, unleashing a surge of energy that miraculously restores his powers. The villainous General Zod initiates his plan to terraform Earth, causing widespread destruction in the desert. The Flash dashes in, signaling to the other superheroes, and soon Batman and Supergirl join him in a fierce showdown against Zod. It's important to note that Michael Keaton's Batman has a prominent role in this film, serving as one of the main protagonists alongside the two versions of the Flash. The battle ends with either Supergirl or Batman dying, which isn't clear. At this point, Flash needs to understand that one cannot change things as and when he pleases, and every little change has devastating consequences one way or the other. At present, Barry realizes that this event is unfortunately a fixed point in the new timeline, but Barry from the past is unwilling to accept it and continues to try to alter the outcome. His repeated attempts ultimately lead to him vanishing into the Speed Force. After spending years travelling through time and attempting to change different permutations, Dark Flash concludes that the only way to save the world now is by killing Barry. However, present-day Barry realizes his mistake and attempts to race back to undo his actions, which forms the crux of the movie's plot. Barry Allen realizes that he cannot alter the past and that his actions have consequences that he cannot escape, whether from the wrath of the Black Flash or the Speed Force. This realization is particularly poignant regarding his mother's death, and he understands that no matter how much he wishes to change it, it is a fixed point in time. Despite the challenges he faces, the movie promises to deliver an exciting and gripping story. As the Dark Flash pursues him, believing that Barry is too dangerous to live, present Barry is faced with imminent danger. Just as the Dark Flash is about to execute him, past Barry arrives from an earlier point in the timeline and selflessly sacrifices himself to save his present counterpart. The act causes the Dark Flash to disappear, ending the threat. One missing person from the Stella returns as a cameo is Christian Bale. Christian Bale has stated that he will only return to the role of Batman if it is to work with Christopher Nolan. There are conflicting reports about whether Grant Gustin will appear in the movie. It's important to note that just because some people have claimed to have seen the movie doesn't necessarily mean that it's the final cut, so it's unclear whether Gustin will be featured in the film's final version. In the movie, there is archive footage of Henry Cavill as Superman from a scene in Justice League. Additionally, there was supposed to be a scene where Barry Allen runs through the Speed Force and encounters Henry Cavill's Superman, but it's unclear if this scene made it to the final cut. The visual effects in the movie are not up to par yet, despite having been in development since 2021 when filming wrapped. There is still a huge amount of effort to be put into the effects of this cut. In an exciting turn of events, present Barry races back to his timeline only to find himself in a new DC universe where he meets an ambiguous Batman whose face is not seen, reminiscent of the Batman Brave and Bold series. Although some have speculated about Ezra Miller's future in the franchise, many believe he will continue to be the Flash long term, with insiders and social media influencers who have seen the movie praising it as an epic scale production. We can only hope they maintain the same enthusiasm when they can finally talk about spoilers publicly. Recent reports suggest that the upcoming Flash movie may not include Wonder Woman, although she has been involved in previous talks about the film. However, it's important to note that the movie is set 30 years after Batman Returns, adding an exciting new element to the DC universe. Rumours have been swirling that the Flash movie is so good that work has already begun on a sequel. Director Andy Muschietti has even teased the possibility of a follow-up film in a recent interview with Collider, hinting that a sequel could be in the works if the first movie is a financial success. With so much anticipation and buzz surrounding this movie, fans are eagerly awaiting its release and the potential for more adventures in the future. As the dust settles and the timeline returns to its original state, Barry is surrounded by familiar faces but with a few unexpected additions. Michael Keaton's Batman and Supergirl make a dramatic entrance, leaving Barry and the audience wondering how they arrived in this timeline. When you think it's all over, the promise of even more excitement comes with a post-credit scene. a drunk Aquaman stumbles out of a bar and is aided by Barry. But as Barry heads back to his place, he discovers a video message from none other than Ben Affleck's Batman, pleading for his assistance. The stage is set for an even greater adventure as the heroes of the DC Universe unite to face new challenges and mysteries.